As a disclaimer, Monster Fuckers Anonymous is indeed about wanting to love and have sex with monsters, but we want to make things extremely clear from the get-go. Not all of the chosen monsters will be sapient, but we will not be endorsing zoophilia or bestiality. We will be as transparent and ethical as possible, while also sex-positive and mostly having fun.
Vampires that stalk in the night, werewolves that howl to the moon, dragons that loom over the skies. These monsters and more have plagued mortals for millennia, clouding our minds with one singular thought.
Can we fuck 'em?
Fiction or reality, which one should we be? Don't think that I'm that naive to see the fiction or reality of things you've done to me. Now all this stupid shit is on repeat.
Hello, one and all, and welcome back to another fantastic, stupendous, wonderful, I should get better adjectives, episode of MFA, aka Monster Fuckers Anonymous, the show where we talk about monsters, talk about the lore, talk about the media representation, and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, whether or not you, this post-Halloween, Thanksgiving, whatever holiday we're at the moment, enjoying your food, candy, sweets, whether or not you to be having sex with those monsters. I am your colorful creature consulting cleric, and with me, sadly, as always, is our technical analyst, Joe.
The late, the great, this poor wretch like me, Amazing Grace. Thank you.
How sweet the sound.
That saved a wretch like me. Yeah, exactly.
You were once lost. Did you just meow into the mic?
Yeah, because there's a fucking cat.
Oh, for everyone wondering, if you can hear the meowing, that is
There's an old man.
It's an old man cat, my roommates, who wants to come in, but he's not allowed because he's pissed on a lot of my clothing recently, and I'm very upset by it. So please, you're going to have to deal with this cat. We're both going to have to deal with this cat just wanting to piss on my shit right now, and I can't afford to buy new clothes again. So everyone be cool with the cat meowing in the background.
But it's not just us two.
It's not just us two who's going to be suffering with this and you hearing it. We've summoned from the darkness a friend of ours to talk about something because we, as usual, don't have a topic to talk about. I was drinking. Joe was...
We're not original.
We're not funny. We're not cool. We don't have any awards to our name. Anyone want to give us an award? We'd really appreciate it because then I could put it on my wall. My mom will stop being disappointed in me. Anyways, Alyssa, what's up?
Hey, it's me, the old man cat in your wall.
Yeah, it's Alyssa.
Sorry, that was a terrible intro to it. But Alyssa, we have our friend Alyssa here. Alyssa, please introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, I'm Alyssa. You can find me online at adisasterqueer. I am a TTRPG person, player, GM, I guess, in some projects with Joe. Happy to be here.
And not with you. Claire.
Listen.
Noticeably.
Alyssa, why don't you invite me into your project? What the fuck?
Do you like Pathfinder or Star Wars?
Star Wars is a maybe. Pathfinder's
Okay, then.
I mean, I was in a home game with Cleric, which arguably is more intimate.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe. Have you... I hang out with our friends outside of work hours. You? I don't know. I don't see you outside of work hours.
I don't hang out with you unless it's for this.
Yeah, me and Joe have never hung out in person. Ever. Anyways, we have, besides us arguing, also, we have nothing to talk about because we only talk about things professionally. Do you have a topic for us to talk about so we can reaffirm this friendship?
You know, I think this one is really beautiful for sort of bringing people together. When I think of movie monsters and eldritch horror, I really do think of just like friendship and people coming together.
What? Eldritch horrors? Or
exactly, like all those tentacles. Like, forget having 2 hands to hold. Y'all can hold so many tentacles.
How about 8?
All right, tentacles it is. Eldritch horrors it is. What draws you to those, Alyssa? What made you want to talk about it this week?
Truly, this was based on a singular movie, which is my movie pick, that we'll get to later. So this is based on a singular movie, and it's pure aesthetics. I don't care about the Lovecraftian themes. I think that H.P. Lovecraft can go fuck himself. And
True.
Honestly, my sort of intro into Lovecraftian shit was The Ballad of Black Tom, which is deeply against the idea of like neutrality and indifference being the worst that can happen, like cosmic neutrality and indifference being the worst thing that can happen to you. So I'm purely here for the aesthetics. I don't care. I'm a fake fan.
And honestly, that's the best fan to be, because a motto of this show is "fuck you, HP Lovecraft."
Yeah, and we're not possibly nerds who read plays or play video games or dating sims. So we're actually we're going to be dissecting some movies with Eldritch themes. There's been lots of like spanning the 60s, even past.
Yeah,
like,
it's always a good well to go back to because of how scary it is, because of how the idea of a cosmic being outside of our own dimension just altering things and influencing stuff. And there's really not much you can do. You can kill their avatar, but can you actually kill the Eldritch being? No. So it's not about ending the monster, it's about surviving, and that's not what happens most of the time. And there's something inherently hot about that.
they're very akin to Fae, with kind of contracts, wishes that go awry. So,
But on a more cosmic scale,
the hell,
I don't know, everybody.
Unknowable, ununderstandable.
Cleric, I think it's your time to pull some weight. Why don't you go first?
Okay. So, as you all know, the show. Let me do the part of the show that I have to do, Joe. Oh God, every week. So, as you all know, I brought a cosmic movie monster. Joe has brought one, and Alyssa has brought one. I have not have any context for any of these, so I'm coming into a lot of these things fresh. So we're gonna rate these all once on a scale of 1 to 10, and then see which one has the best one, and which one you should be fucking, and which one you should be praying for not to be around. That was smoother in my head, but everyone, leave me alone. There's a cat meowing at my door. Anyways, since Joe, I gotta pull my weight, apparently. Cool, after I intro the entire show, whatever, I'll pull my weight. If we're all ready to start, I've picked a movie monster. You ready for it?
Yeah.
All right. So, what do we define as a movie?
What?
Okay, everyone, shut. Everyone, leave me alone. Give me a second. Give you a second. We define a movie as something that's over, 60 minutes, that is filmed and is put onto streaming things. One might say YouTube is a streaming website. Would you say that's correct?
There are TV shows that have hour-long episodes.
So 90 minutes, okay? We'll go for 90 minutes. How does that sound?
My movie isn't 90 minutes. Actually, no, that's a lie.
Okay, you've immediately lied. So we've already established this.
Yeah.
So we're all on the same page. If it's on a streaming thing and it's more than 90 minutes, it might be considered a movie. Correct? I want to hear I want to see a verbalize.
Sure.
Okay. So I picked something that's recently come out. Me and Joe have both enjoyed it a lot. It's something that we've been singing about, and something that just wants to be your friendy wend.
Is it Jesus Christ?
No.
Oh!
So I've picked from the Star Kids musicals, Wiggly.
Wiggly!
Hatred, panic, trickery, and sin swirled endlessly in a sea of inky black beyond our world's perception. Out of this primordial chaos bore 6 beings, 5 of despair, and 1 of pure white. Endlessly, these siblings would clash, the lords of black and the queen of white, but one would rise as their leader. One so sadistic and cruel, their ambition to be adored would bring them out of the black and white, to prey on man's greed and lust, coming in many forms, a doll, a man, a voice, leading those who hear it to feast or to famine. Wiggly, wiggle off your wrath, just wishes to be your little pallywag. Pallywag.
Wendy wend.
Friendy wend. Those are all phrases Wiggly regularly says. So, how are we feeling? Let's off the initial just description and reading. How are we feeling about this?
So I am looking, you said doll, and I am looking at this image of
a doll.
Furry little doll.
Yes, that is correct. Imagine that doll calls you a little slut.
Where can I put my penis in this thing?
I mean, you can always cut a hole in a doll. Alyssa, you're you're staring off into the distance here. So I'd really like to. You're kind of zoning out here. What's going on? What are you thinking?
Okay. This one has better lighting. I do enjoy the eyebrow tufts.
Mm-hmm. He's got a little tentacle mouth.
Little tentacle mouth.
Give you little kissies.
Cute little fingies. But yeah, the fact that it's a doll is throwing me a little bit, I'll admit.
Well, okay. So allow me to give some lore explanations here. So Wiggly is one of the Lords in Black, the main person of the Lord in Black, who's from a primordial, was born from chaos in another dimension, and likes to influence the different dimensions and different timelines of things like that. Cross time and space, can mess around with things. Wiggly chooses people to be its avatar. He loves to mess with things. He loves to, like I said, prey on people's greed. He's corrupted people before who's entered into the black and white. His main thing, so in one of the stories, Black Friday, where he's really the main antagonist of that one, he creates a doll, which are the dolls you're seeing, that when around causes people to go crazy, basically get consumed by greed to want to have the doll. And through that, they'll hear the doll's voice in their head, basically commanding them to do what they want, like to do things, like to be selfish and to basically birth him into the world. And so he talks to the doll. He does all that. He does have other avatars, like he's possessed corpses that of people who has died to speak through him. He's possessed other people. He's created like whole cults and things like that. So that's his thing. That musical ends with the world getting nuked. How that happens is kind of funny and stupid, but also wild. So that musical ends with him. He does lose that fight, but the world gets nuked. So in the world, did he really lose? He didn't. He appears in that musical. They also go into the black and white, and he's just a giant being with endless tentacles and eyes just looking at you, which, hey, if you're into tentacle fucking, your butthole, yours.
I mean, the corruption is a good sell. That's helpful.
There's some people who like corruption play, like getting slowly corroded and corrupted by somebody and dyed into their color, What are you thinking, Joe?
No, just the way that you said that I was not pleased with. But
should I
No. Genuinely, you're fine. Another sort of aspect of this is that Wiggly Wagagurath also fervently sends America and then thus the world into a capitalistic spiral into the pure materialism that is the design of this wiggly, fluffy, fuzzy.
Yes, he is a capitalist, but we fucked worse.
Cosmic capital? Is there something worse than a cosmic capitalist? I guess Ridley.
Yes,
but
an incel.
Yeah, just like a guy that's an incel.
Yeah, you're telling me you're cosmically making money? Damn. My pussy's open.
The one thing about Wiggly that I think you'll just have to fucking, I don't even know. Do you have to like sacrifice your firstborn to like even go on a date with him?
Well,
like, I mean, the stakes are so high already.
Yes,
he
and
wants what you want, and what you want is for your son to love you, but you can't get that in a Christmas gift.
I would say it's not that bad because he wants to get, he makes deals. We see in Nearly Prince Must Die that he does make deals with people. They're cruel deals, but they are deals. And he does offer people what they want, power, corruption. And maybe if you want to get your back blown out, he's like, okay, but you got to be my avatar on Earth to help me come to this plane of existence.
Do you think at the very least the deals would weigh out in outcome? Like, are you like getting your back blown out? You have to be my corporeal avatar. Like, wouldn't it at the very least be like, okay, like, I don't know what the equivalent or like what would be like leveled with getting your back blown out.
I mean, if that is the level, though, then you're getting your back blown out real good.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
He cosmically knows how to do it. Like, that's cosmic dick.
Like, give him the tip of my liver. Then, like, what do we think that we're getting out of that?
I don't know. That's up to him to find out. He gave someone, basically was like, kill your most beloved and I'll get rid of this ghost that's going to kill everybody.
That's the thing. It's up to him. Everything is going to be up to him.
And some people like that. Some people just want to be...
And he's a little fuzzy green piece of shit with fingers in his mouth.
Well, those are tentacles, first of all. Second of all...
What are fingers if not... what tentacle if not fingy? Finger.
Everyone Joe has...
I just died.
Yeah.
Just fair.
But I would say he has a human form as well. We see that in Nerdy Prince Must Die. He does have a human form.
Right.
Little backpack, little crown, And that's, that works. You can appear in different forms that are super all there. You give him you can give him a little kiss. He can give you he could do all these things for you. You just got to give him what he wants, which will be bringing his reign onto Earth.
Okay, so Joe made the comparison to Faye earlier on. How straightforward are these deals? Are you told, like, hey,
Yeah.
okay, great.
You're told like right off the bat, hey, listen, if you want me to get rid of this ghost that's killing you and your friends, then is probably going to kill a whole bunch of people around the world, all you got to do is blow the brains out of the guy you're kind of seeing. And that's a pretty straightforward deal if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, you know, I appreciate a guy who will lay his terms out on the table.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you want to be the president of the United States? Hey, just let me be birthed into your world.
It sounds so simple.
Hey, you want to be adored by everyone. That's your real thing. We all know that's what you really want. I'll let you be the queen of my new cult and everything I love. You just have to help me come into reality.
I mean, and then him coming into reality, like, helps you because you're the queen of the cult.
Exactly.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, all you gotta do is hunt down this doll that this little girl who communes with my sister has, kill the girl and get the doll, and then bring me into the world, and then sing a song saying, I will wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my way to his side. And then sing that.
Yeah.
It's a banger song.
Pretty good.
For those of you who can't see, which is all of you, Alyssa's currently dying of laughter.
I have not watched this one, so I'm just going off vibes right now, and we'll be watching it afterwards.
I will wiggle, wiggle, wiggle my way to his side. It's good. I will say the one downside, the only downside, the solo downside is the way he talks.
He talks like a big fucking baby.
He does baby talk. It's his way of talking. He curses. He's very crass and vulgar, but he's also doing like, my little pallywell, my pallywell friendy wend, going down to Drowsy Town.
Something I appreciate, I guess, is that because he has so many fingers in his, like, for his mouth, his like corporeal form, like his own fingers are like very accentuated, like
yes,
in the choreography in general, whatever. So maybe he's great with his hands.
Oh, you know he finger blasts you so well.
He gives you all 8.
Prostate play going crazy.
But if he's doing that while talking to you in a baby voice.
Yeah, so everyone close your eyes, if you will. Those of you, if you're driving, close your eyes.
If you do this, can we get to the scale?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm closing my eyes.
After this bit, we can get to the scale. Close your eyes, everyone. Just imagine with me. Kez put like a little voice. You're getting down dirty with somebody. It's sexy. It's hot. They're kissing you down your neck, doing the whole 9 yards. Fingers are about to go inside you, and then you hear, "You ready? Are you ready, friendy wend?" And you know, I think that would kill my mood.
Somebody, specifically a green furry motherfucker.
Friendy wend, you ready?
John, whatever his last name is.
Don't worry, Pallywell. You'll be going to Drowsy Town after this.
Why are we good? What?
Is that sleep or death?
You know, that's a question for you to figure out. Anyways, Papa scale.
Yeah. Welcome to our horrible scale, Alyssa. Let's get into it.
Possibility.
He makes himself available.
Yes. I think of the Lords of Black, he makes himself the most one. He's the one who talks the most. When you get the book in black, he's the one who's doing the main talking here. He interacts with humans the most. He gets involved. He's talked to the president of the United States of America and then nuked him, which I think is funny. That scenario, I want to talk about that a bit. To trick the president into sending a nuke in there, but not knowing there was a second entrance and then bombing Russia with a nuke is fucking wild. That all happens at a play. That happens in a fucking musical where someone just
where less than 10 people are the cast.
Yeah. And they just sang like about getting a Christmas toy. How have we escalated? The scales have moved. Anyways, so it's pretty possible. He interacts normally with the humanity and wants to do that. And if you get one of his dolls, hey, you can fuck the doll. At least talk to him. So I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Don't all scoff at me.
I imagine like Alyssa and I just like looking at each other in real life. I guess.
Yeah, you guessed correctly that's the right answer.
Yeah, I'll say 7.
Mm-hmm. Alyssa?
I'm going to go one higher. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh shit! I've been one upped. Okay. What? Why one higher?
I think that just a lot of people have wants that could be fulfilled by a deal with this horrible green doll. And if they're making themselves available, I think it's probably pretty easy to attract.
People are fucking stuffed animals.
I will also, okay, there is a point where I will say that a lot of these things take place in like an island town in fucking Michigan of Hatchefield. So there is also, it does affect the rest of the world, but he's mainly like, a lot of things happen in that one town. So I will also say that makes it a little bit more difficult to for everyone who's listening being like, you didn't talk about this, blah, blah, blah. I'm bringing it up now. That is he does affect the rest of the world, and he does do things outside of the town, but that's also a big thing. I'm gonna keep my answer as a 7, but
most of my family is in Michigan, so that just makes it more available.
Damn, hit him with a 9.
No,
absolutely not.
Attractiveness. How attractive is Wiggly? Now,
2.
Hear me out.
No,
hear me out. His human form, not too bad. That's a normal 6 out of 10 already. But you got a doll. And you got his endless tentacle mouths in the black and white. I will give this a 4 because the main thing that's always going to bother me is that stupid Friendly Wen voice.
Yeah. Don't find the doll appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Human form is just a guy, a white guy, which I think brings it down a little bit.
Valid.
Endless mouths in the black and white is intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that's going to really raise the bar all that much. I think I have to go with a 3 for this.
Reasonable. I'm not going to tell you no. I personally won't tell you no. I will say,
but
people fuck dolls all the
The
time.
fur on the doll is very lustrous. I will say that. I will give it that.
It's good design.
There's a whole song about how irresistible he is to touch.
It's a feast or a famine.
Maybe he moisturizes his fur.
His fur?
How do you moisturize?
Conditions?
Yeah, it would be conditioner. You can't moisturize fur. Why would you put lotion on, like...
You can put leave-in conditioner. It's like audacity.
How audacious it is to fuck a Lord in Black. I'd say pretty audacious.
Entirely.
But he wants to make a deal. So if the deal is sucking dick, I think he'd be down.
I don't know if he would even... I don't think he would entertain.
He entertained... like taking out like he would entertain it, I think.
Yeah, but how hard up are you that you got to make a deal for sucking dick from this particular guy at the cost of your soul?
I've given my soul to corporations for less.
I don't think you have.
There is no ethical consumption under capitalism, and such.
Don't say
there's
that.
No ethical consumption.
You don't know what the fuck that means. You're not throwing your whole bussy, parentheses, business pussy into corporations and their work that you are subjected into doing so that you can pay rent. 1.
I'll give this a 2. I think it's pretty possible. I think that there's you could possibly make a deal.
Pretty possible with a 2.
Oh, okay, you're right. 3.
I will go with. I'll split it down the middle. I'll go with the 2.
Safe.
Safe. Now for parental approval, would our Christian immigrant parents believe if proof of a giant eldritch being you were dating showed up?
There's some promise here, actually.
You break that down.
Why are you mad at me?
No, I'm telling you to break it down. You saying this promise here. So what is the promise that you're saying?
A ruthless businessman, a voice of the century, of the people, green.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's favorite color is green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, you just said I said the letter green.
The letter green, the color green. I think the prospects, it's not, there's promise, but it's not good still. It's 3, like a definitely below 5 situation here. Like this is a monster cosmic horror, all intents and purposes, but they would know, he would know what my parents would want to hear at all times.
And he would appear as a human to have that conversation. So it's not even that scary. And then
it's not even that scary.
And then maybe he'd be like,
he's fingering everything. He's fingering the air, even as a guy.
Okay. That just shows that he's always practicing.
He's going to...
I love you.
My parents.
What? He's going to...
I love you.
My parents during dinner. What the fuck can I do? Dad's going to be sitting there.
I love you.
You're not a part of that anymore. You are not a part of that anymore.
He's gonna in the middle be like, but Dad, pass me the potatoes, and he's getting fucking.
I love you.
Wiggly is gonna cuckold you.
He's getting
I love you.
under the table.
My God.
And I turn
In
around and be
human
like,
form.
Mom. I turn around, I see Mom. What's going on? And I see my mom's getting fucking.
I love you.
What the fuck?
Stop.
Does he still talk in the baby voice in
Yes.
human form?
Yes. Yes.
Oh
This is-
no.
I
He
wanna
does.
say-
He does curse though, so
Yeah.
it's strange.
Kez,
Absolutely strange.
Just bleep out that entire interaction that was just there. We don't know. No one needs to hear
Just
that.
censor.
But yeah, so he still talks in the baby voice when you meet him. So it's kind of just like, I'd give this a 4.
Sure.
I mean, he's a Michigander, which is good points.
Michigander.
He supports teams. Go Nighthawks.
Also great. He's wearing green, which is a point against. And he's a man, which I think is confusing for my parents. So I'll go with a 5.
That's fair. That's so fair.
Interesting.
All right. So we got the scores. So now I think we have to go quickly run to the store to pick up a new doll that's dropped, a new Wiggly doll. Because I want it. I don't know. I really want that doll.
To
Uh,
fuck or just to have, to hold?
I just really want that doll, Alyssa. All right. We'll be back in the math.
I love you.
Tickle me wiggly.
Welcome to the space between the couch. I'm Kez, your editor, and I'm here to give some thanks to our Ko-fi supporters and tell you where to find us. That sound good? Great. First of all, thank you to Gwendolyn, Amelia G, Christian J, Daydori, Akima, Bunhun, and ZombieFighter89, our usual suspects. Our Ko-fi supporters can head over to our Ko-fi right now at kofi.com/monsterloverpod and listen to the outtakes from this very episode. If you're interested, tiers start at only $3 a month and is only for the raddest of monster fuckers. Now, don't feel inclined to give us anything. The money just helps with emergencies and saving up for small equipment upgrades. If you'd like other ways to support us, head over to Spotify Mobile or Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating. Or just tell your friends about the show. We'd love to have more of you with us. Finally, if you want to get in contact with us, follow us on the platform formerly known as Twitter, at MonsterLoverPod. Alright, that's all from me. I'm going to leave you to Cleric and Joe and our guest. Enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye-bye.
I got it, guys. I got the fucking doll. Stay quickly. Read the math.
So Cleric and Alyssa have actually they are agreeing for the first time in cosmic history. They both got a 4.5 for Wagagurath or Wiggly. Joe got a 3.3, however, which gives Yogagura 4.1 altogether average.
Okay. Nice. I'll take that. Where does that rank around the other ones?
I can't find the other document at all right now. So Arceus is above Wiggly.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. If that's the case, we've gone down through the Wrathful and the Wiggly and the Wondrous Wiggly. I think it's time, Alyssa, if you're ready, talk about that movie you fucking watched that inspired this whole episode. Oh, you just sent an image in the chat. What?
I just sent some images in the chat for y'all. I don't know why one of them did not send, but
What the
that's
fuck
fine.
is that?
Let me do my description, Cleric. Jeez,
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
preempting everything.
Okay, all right. Just do it. Say and introduce your monster. What the fuck do I know,
It's not like it's your show. Deep within the Mariana Trench, 7 miles below the surface, the Behemoth rests, awakened only by the greed and carelessness of humans. When a deep-sea mining company establishes a drilling outpost in their home, they rise. 200 feet of teeth and tentacles and raw vengeance. So I'm talking about the big boy monster from Underwater, the 2020.
Is that what it's
the
called?
Big Boy Monster. So it isn't named in the movie. It only shows up at the very end. And I guess it's sort of credited in art design as the Behemoth or just as Cthulhu. Apparently it's supposed to be Cthulhu, but that is not like a big point in the movie.
Would you say it's like pretty like significantly different from like whatever standard conventions Cthulhu has? Like, do you think this would be like effectively its own like eldritch entity? Or I mean, to The thing is, we only have done Cthulhu girl. So Cthulhu man has
Cthulhu-
has not been done.
Cthulhu water version.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this counts probably similar to Cthulhu. This would be Cthulhu boy. They are like 200 feet tall. They do live deep underwater. They do got that tentacle face. The picture that did not send is of their like mouth, which is kind of like a leech with the sort of circles of teeth.
It's making me
then,
download
like,
this picture.
A horizontally opening like jaw with even more teeth.
Yep.
But they got a little mermaid tail. It's cute.
That's nice.
Okay, yeah. That really outweighs everything you've just described.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay. No.
They got several sets of eyes, you know, the better to appreciate and behold you.
Okay. That's a choice to say.
Do murder basically everyone in the movie.
Of course.
But
So they've
it's
taken on
a
the
drilling
competition.
company, so they deserve it.
If your girl boy doesn't have a leech mouth with which they can suck you silly style, then what's the point?
Exactly. The teeth just add so much to the experience.
What the fuck did you just say?
I'm gonna suck you off in a weird and peculiar way. Please just give it to me normal. Please just do it regular.
Babe, can you just use your tongue normally? No,
There's
you're getting
my
this
leech
weird,
teeth.
you're getting this weird and peculiar way.
So what happens in the movie? What hot, sexy interactions does Cthulhu boy provide this? No, I was going to say family. This like mining company before he kills them all.
Yeah. So he has a bunch of his children attack them.
A father.
A single father. Wow.
A father.
A single father with like just thousands.
And never stops.
I mean, they are literally just like hanging off his body, so you know that he's involved in their.
Oh, he's lactating. That's crazy.
Oh,
Enrichment?
symbiosis, symbiotic habitat. His body is an ecosystem.
Exactly. Just like a little possum with all the baby possums hanging from it. Really?
How is that
dedicated,
attractive to me?
Involved. How is it
not about
not? I'm
you.
sorry that he's not silky soft. He's underwater, Cleric.
It doesn't talk like a baby.
Sometimes baby talk is hot.
Stop right there.
He does just sort of growl, which is hot.
Ooh.
It's great. You can like hear and feel the reverberations like throughout the underwater ecosystem, which is lovely. I mean,
Yeah. If your girl boy is not post-verbal,
Dog. You can't come at me for saying baby talk is hot and then say shit like that.
that sounds
look,
great.
Those sonic vibrators are a thing for a reason. And that reason is this girl boy.
Oh, okay. I'll be real with you. You said sonic vibrators, and all I imagined was the side
Not
character.
the hedgehog. Not the hedgehog.
I was like, damn, they're
Why
branded.
the fuck would Alyssa just break that out for no reason?
I don't know. I'm starting to lose it, everybody.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Cleric 34?
Yeah, so I'm looking at some of the images you've provided. One is that this thing is way bigger than Godzilla. So a lot of macro,
my
micro
God.
happenings here.
He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall. We love a tall guy.
Okay, there is tall, and then there is monstrous. You know, let's think about that.
I'm sorry. Who are you to call someone too tall? To call someone monstrous just for the way their body looks, Cleric? That's actually really offensive.
And the show. I'm not to really sit here and be cute. No. Okay. So he doesn't really talk. He's only in the ocean. Does he emerge from the ocean?
He does not emerge from the ocean. He stays in the ocean. He really stays in his one little spot deep in the Mariana Trench,
Okay.
as far as the movie is concerned.
So
So
all right. Well, here's my follow-up question to you, and this is just more of a personal one, and this is just something I want to ask. How deep is the Mariana Trench?
7 miles. The end of the movie takes place 6.9 miles deep.
Okay. And
Nice.
isn't, just jog my memory, I'm sorry I have so many questions, but just jog my memory. Is the Mariana Trench the deepest the ocean goes?
Cleric, if you wanted an oceanographer, you should have gotten someone else on this show.
I'm just asking very basic facts here.
It is the deepest oceanic trench on Earth.
Do believe that's true, yes.
Okay.
Thanks,
Third
Wikipedia.
question. Third question. Just average, stuff like that. Can a human being survive in the Mariana Trench?
Obviously, the mining company.
Yeah, with the proper equipment, people can survive in space.
At what depth
The
does
ocean,
a human
the space,
being...
same thing.
At what depth does a human being die in the ocean?
I think you just have to go down very slowly, which, some people are into.
No.
Getting their balls submerged very slowly.
So I've asked a whole bunch of questions. So allow me to piece together the answer. I've asked 3 questions. How would you
Okay.
calm down there? So you have to go to the Mariana Trench with a mining company in the deepest part of the ocean where most people get crushed past a certain depth. And you're expecting that your tiny human body can somehow hold a pleasure to basically a 30,000 foot tall eldritch mermaid that is lactating for his children.
Hell yeah, brother.
Don't fucking hell yeah, brother me. Hell yeah.
I mean, look, the lack of oxygen probably also really good for sex. You just start hallucinating down there. No, not the drowning, just like the pressure and, the depth and the no light. It's very atmospheric. It's actually very romantic.
You say atmospheric, I say torturous, synonyms.
Yeah, Alyssa's always loves a first date just being a sensory deprivation chamber.
Mm-hmm.
You can survive the sheer claustrophobia, then you're sold. You're golden.
The head you're getting, you're going to be phenomenal.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
At the end of the day, I think the one takeaway is I don't think he's a giver, and that's not something I'm interested in.
Eldritch creatures, they need to receive a lot from you in order for them. They know that they're 10s across the board in their own scale, and we have to prove it to them.
They are pillow princesses, and honestly, I don't think I can handle that.
Okay. Judge.
No, that's a judgment on Cleric themselves, which is fair. It's fair to know your limits as a human and how you're not good enough for this beautiful mermaid.
This is my beautiful wife.
This is my wife. My wife. She's 200 feet inside the ocean. My wife. My wife, she's so deep in the trench. My wife.
The Mariana Trench.
My wife's the Mariana Trench, but I love her.
My male wife.
My male wife's in the Mariana Trench.
Possibility. Losing it. Absolutely losing it.
She's in the trench. She's in the Mariana Trench, my wife.
So, possibility. You have to... Cthulhu does not meet you where you are.
No.
Why would he?
Yeah.
You have to be a part of a drilling company in the year 2050.
Which?
I will give this one to Cleric that the possibility is low.
Why?
But
also,
worth it.
I have thalassophobia, and I'm scared of fish, so it'd be tough. It'd be tough.
He's a fishy being.
I mean, good news, it didn't seem like there were a whole lot of fish down there. It was just his little creepy alien children.
In 7 miles down, that's where all the horrifying fish who can live in that deep gravity pressure and darkness, which is honestly, if it's just Cthulhu and his boys, then I think it's fine.
Just me and my boys down in the trench. You know what I'm saying?
Me and my fucking sons.
Welcome to my man cave in the Mariana Trench. Just me and my boys. I got a Bud Light poster down here, and I got a flat screen so I can watch my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins.
It would obviously be the Kraken or whatever the Seattle team is.
Oh, come down to we got a dartboard down here, and we sometimes get a Sirius XM.
We play Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, actually holding a Smash tournament in the Mario Trench later.
I want us to think about our previous scores. We had 7s and like an 8 for Yagagwar, Yabarath, Wiggly, and I want us to think about Cthulhu Boy.
I'm fucking crying. I'm sorry. Give me a second.
The fact that I am leaning towards the possibility for Boy Cthulhu being a 2 and Wiggly being a 7 drives me insane.
Well, that's because listen, I picked a good choice. It's that simple. And just you don't be petty. We're going off straight hard facts here. You gotta go with the facts we've been given.
Hard facts.
And I'm not trying to be in Cthulhu's man cave in the Mariana Trench.
I think it's a 2.
I'm giving this a 1. Ain't no way. It's not really that possible. And he doesn't talk. There's no way to communicate. He said you gotta go through his boys. If
you love each other, you can be 2 autistic people just not speaking to each other at all.
That
interpretive dance, fingering.
Why? There's so much that happened in that like 30-second span.
Alyssa?
As much as I would love to be deep in Cthulhu Boy's man cave in the Mariana Trench, I will admit that it is not horribly accessible to me. So I will give it a 1.
He's got a sign outside the Mariana Trench. Boys only. Boys night. Sundays for the boys.
I'll fucking kill you.
Saturday for the boys. Attractiveness. I'm gonna move on. I'm really thinking about that all day. Attractiveness. I don't think he's that attractive. Oh, he's tall, and it's a micro macro, which I do like. I do like micro macro set things. I don't think that's very hot, and just in general, I don't. There's micro macro, and then there is micro, then macro. You know, he's big. He's not that hot. I like the tentacles, mermaid stuff. It's kind of weird, and again, I don't know. I'm gonna give this a 2.
You ever watched The Lighthouse?
I actually
Mermaid
haven't
vagina?
watched The Lighthouse. What the fuck? What?
Mermaid vagina. Robert Pattinson goes insane. Like it tries not to fuck Willem Dafoe in The Lighthouse, and then hallucinates about a mermaid vagina.
What the fuck was
anyway?
I'm having a shock.
I was gonna suggest the Lighthouse as your movie, Joe, but I was like,
you're so correct. And the eldritch creature is Willem Dafoe.
Exactly.
Because of his monster schlong.
Yeah, that is a fact about Willem Dafoe. He hits so many points. He also hits so many of my fears. Like I remember when we were talking about Lynetta specifically, I said like the words approximately was just that Cthulhu has made me so scared before. I've almost cried just like thinking about it. Like when you hear about Cthulhu for the first time and you're someone who's afraid of the ocean, you're like, oh no, nightmare fuel for at least the next 2 years. But then when you sexualize your trauma, things get better. So I think a 6.
Okay. I don't have the energy. I
know you don't, and I'm gonna take advantage of your kindness right now.
Alyssa, what's your score?
I'm giving them an 8 and not taking questions at this point in time.
No, okay. I've gotten the energy for a couple questions here. What's attractive to this? I want you to describe just the attractiveness of this monster.
He's tall.
He's tall. He's a dedicated, involved, loving father. I enjoy underwater aesthetics and the weird, creepy, deep sea creatures that he evokes. There's not fear or trauma there. It's just like, oh, that's fun. That's cute. That's aesthetically pleasing. I mean, look at this lad. Do you not just think, oh, what a cutie? He's got that like squid mind flayer skull and a lot of different limbs and fins.
Mind flayers are so cute.
Exactly. You could put this man in like a 200-foot tall maid costume and he'd be cute as heck.
Cute as heck.
In the Mariana Trench?
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Why does where you are geographically affect your cuteness? Are you being like xenophobic against this man, cleric?
Damn. Wow.
Let's move on.
What was your attractiveness score?
Mine?
Yeah.
2.
Okay. I'll die shitty.
Now, I'm not accepting any high scores for this.
That's fair.
I'm personally not accepting
At
anymore.
this time, I understand. 1. This is the daddy, the cosmic daddy.
In the Mariana Trench.
You're so caught up on that.
I am, because it's a major factor.
I mean, but maybe if you just went there once and met him, he'd be willing to move with you. Or like LDRs, like they probably have great cell phone service.
What does DDR have to do with this?
LDR.
Long distance.
And you know what? He would kill DDR.
He doesn't have legs.
He has tentacles.
He has, like, so many arms.
You can use your hands and play DDR.
Whatever. Alyssa, what's your score?
I do have to give it a 1 as well.
And I will be giving it a 1 as well.
A sad day today.
It's not. It's not, everybody.
No. Okay, and parental acceptance does not have the charisma Wiggly does, unfortunately. In underwater and in Lynetta, it's tough.
Okay. Let's list out the things that my parents would approve of.
Mm-hmm. Bald, slimy, fish.
What do you think my parents would approve of?
I don't know.
Because you've just stated bald and slimy.
Alyssa is all 3 of the things that I just said. So,
dog, what? Bald, slimy, and fishy. That's Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You're also 200 feet tall and have fins for legs and little baby boys hanging from your chest.
You don't know Alyssa's life. You haven't seen Alyssa stand up. You don't know what Alyssa's feet look like, toes.
And you won't with this attitude.
Cool. I don't know what to do. Give a number. Someone give a number before I lose my mind. Give a number.
What are you gonna say? What would your parents like about boy?
Nothing. That was the silence. It was nothing.
Oh, okay. I see. You're setting something up and I interrupted you. Okay. Did you have a number? Claire?
1.
Where did you go? Oh, okay.
I just walked out. I just left.
Alyssa.
Sorry, I'm going to the Mariana Trench with my boys. I can't do this anymore.
My man cave.
Go to my man cave. 1. There's no way.
I'll tell you what my parents would approve of, which is that he's anti-deep sea mining.
So true.
Anti-environmentalism. They would, being like white liberals draw the line at violent action in opposition to anti-environmentalism, but the principles are there. And I think those principles can bump you up to a 2.
Wild. It's fucking wild.
I was going to say, similar to Wiggly's promise, there's promise here.
There isn't.
The like ruthlessness, the voice that we all know Cthulhu has.
He doesn't have a voice, though.
Potential wishes that they can solve or, whatever for people.
Hasn't been confirmed he gives wishes.
I think it's a 2.
You've brought up points that haven't been brought up in the movie.
That's
you
so
just
interesting.
Made things up.
That is so interesting.
I mean, what is love but just making things up, Cleric? Is that not all of human experience? Truly, Boy Cthulhu just makes us feel more human. Like the overwhelming fear and sighs. It just...
Girth.
I don't want to talk about Boy Cthulhu more, because this is like...
Boy Cthulhu!
Because we've never confirmed that We've never confirmed that this Boy Cthulhu grants wishes. Or that he talks.
We've never confirmed that he doesn't.
We haven't confirmed that he doesn't have a man cave in the Mariana Trench, so apparently that also counts.
We know for sure the main wish that Cthulhu grants is
digging you down real good.
Digging you down and then creating an avatar for the apocalypse of the world that will soon come with his corporeal form.
How is that wish?
We have the numbers. The numbers.
We're just brushing this off? All right. I'm going to go to my man cave while you do the numbers. I gotta go watch the dolphins.
I gotta take a shower.
I gotta go be mad at my wife.
Whoa.
All right. I just crushed 16 beers and watched the dolphins lose again. What's this numbers?
Lose again. The numbers. Cleric. Cthulhu got a 1.3. Cthulhu for Joe got a 2.8. And Cthulhu Boy for Alyssa got a 3, which gives Cthulhu Boy a 2.3. The Behemoth of the underwater movie.
That's so.
Uh,
Where does that rank around?
a 2.3. Once more, I don't know where all of the scores are at the moment, but is lower than Gluttony, Full Metal Alchemist by 3 points.
Okay, that's fair.
0.3 points.
All right, I'll take that.
Lower
guess.
than No Face.
I mean, you're
Very
just naming
sad.
friends.
I
Just
know.
lads. It makes
know.
sense.
Just naming little lads.
And lower than Girl Thulu, which makes,
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Anyways, that's Bthulu out of the way. Joe, you have been hyping up your choice, and by hyping up, I mean filling us with dread about your
Mhm.
monster. So, what do you got? Let's just drop all pretenses. What are you doing?
The light becomes bisexual lighting. It's the fluorescent lights that are flickering in a gas station bathroom become evident. A shadowy figure, it's me, with a cigarette comes over to you, and you just want to go to the bathroom. You do not want to talk to anybody. And this person says, "You ever burn your whole life into pieces? When your girlfriend of 2 months breaks up with you, you drive to a rest stop that has a restroom with a painting of an eldritch creature posturing its wall pussy where centered on its forehead is a glory hole. Voice of the man in the other stall is J.K. Simmons. Polite, respectful, and interested in your well-being. Wouldn't you fuck the voice of an incorporeal eldritch creationist god who needs part of your liver to become whole?" A Shudder original.
What the fuck is a Shudder original?
A Shudder original.
What have you just presented? You've just rambled for about a minute. I don't know.
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm finding pictures really quick.
Shudder original. Fuck it. Okay, so let me.
So this
Not done.
painting.
Do you want to keep going, Alyssa?
Sure. This painting that you posted is what came up when I Googled this monster.
I think a missed opportunity to make the glory hole the pussy.
Okay, we've gotten ahead of ourselves. I think we need to come back here. Are you presenting to us Eldritch glory hole?
Yes, I am. So this Shudder original is actually it is genuinely under 90 minutes, but the movie feels like it's genuinely 1,000 years long. You follow this guy Wes, ripe for eldritch shenanigans, at the brink of all despair because his girlfriend of like 2 fucking months or something broke up with him. And spoiler alert, he fucking deserved it. But he gets super drunk, burns all of his belongings, including his pants, and then voms in the gas station, the rest stop, I mean. And in the stall next to him is J.K. Simmons. But we never see J.K. Simmons' face. We only hear his voice. Smooth, polite, making Wes laugh a little bit, making it kind of like dark and like funny and like clear in the way that like, "Hey Wes, you are in fact rubbing your face all over this gas station toilet seat, which has this many strains of bacteria, this many people's cum and like blood on it. And isn't that just so fun and quirky that somebody just like knows that off the top of their head, like that just, whatever." And Wes is taking all of this in stride, which, when a stranger tells you a bunch of shit about with specific numbers, just take it in stride. Don't worry about it too much. And then inevitably, Wes or you find out that this is Cthulhu's son, Ghatanothoa, and is about to be fully hunted by his father and absorbed or like retaken back up into the cosmos if he does not get a corporeal form, which is like requires this man to willingly give his part of his liver that he has to extract himself. And it's just, I think the usual like appearance thing about him is that he's like Medusa like, so he's got like big snakes going on, and he's depicted obviously with a bunch of eyes, the tentacles, and when he kills someone because of Wes's disobedience, essentially, he creates a blood rain in the bathroom, just like a soft, nice little blood rain of this guy that you thought was about to save you from this eternal bathroom hell. But hey, a guy's trying to tell you through a glory hole that I would prefer if you just didn't look at me. And why betray that boundary? You know, I'm really not selling this, but
You're not. You're really not. I'm trying so hard to.
In the movie, his voice is just so smooth. He's so respectful. He cares about Wes, but Wes is the asshole because Wes is like Ghatanothoa has faith for humanity. That is one thing. He's like, I believe in the kindness of people. And Wes is like, you shouldn't, man. Girls break up with you. Your dad sucks. And it's like, you're balancing here the like very temperamental present view of like the white man here, or I guess like everyone. And then the very patient understanding, thinking thousands of leagues into the future, eldritch god who helped create everything. And just like has like a bunch of teeth and eyes and tentacles.
Okay.
Now, is he actually servicing the other end of the glory hole? Does anyone use the glory hole in this movie, or is it just a means for talking?
There's a hilarious amount. It is purely for the means of talking. There's a hilarious like 5 minutes of the movie where Ghatanothoa is like, you need to pleasure my physical form. You need to stimulate my corporeal form. And Wes is like, okay, I gotta get hard. And he sticks his penis through the glory hole. And then Ghatanothoa is like, what the fuck are you doing? So clear communication needs to just be this autistic creationist god needs clear communication. And is like, no, I need part of your liver, which I feel like if I were in this situation, I would survive. You know, and I think if I just level-headed was like, hey, I'm willingly giving you part of my liver. I know that I can live with like less than like about like I can live with like about 50% of the liver. It'll grow back. That's totally great. I just don't want to deal with the pain of extracting it myself. So could you help me out? I'll sign a contract. I'm giving my full consent.
Are you done?
Yeah.
That was Ghatanothoa knocking at your door.
Yeah, it was.
So, just wanted to clear my throat there for a quick second. No. You've described the horrors beyond even imaginable. There's a glory hole that you gotta fuck. That's an eldritch being, while kind and understanding. You gotta give your liver for. You've stunned me into a place where I don't know where to go from here. I'm not meeting a eldritch god in a glory hole bathroom and a fucking rest stop. To what? Why does he need a corporeal form?
He needs autonomy from his dad who's trying to kill him. Why do you not support autonomy for boys, cleric?
For boys.
That's not the takeaway here, everyone.
Let me just make sure really quick. Yeah, exactly. In order for Ghatanothoa to like just totally completely hide, he needs like that full autonomy through corporeality versus incorporeality. And in doing so, you need avatars. You need the one thing that if you were from the fucking cosmos, the one thing I guess that makes a lot of sense is that you can't just like easily transition into a guy like just on Earth. There's always something. And you know what relationships are? Compromise. He also can like manipulate your memories and sort of put in the forefront of your mind like the most devastating thing that ever happened to you.
Why did you bury that lead?
But he believes in hope and kindness of people.
And if you're an asshole, why not be like, remember this thing that I know that you did? And I wasn't specifically made. I am taking the responsibility that I have this knowledge over you, but I am not putting it in your face until you're an asshole.
I wish I could be funnier right now.
I've just described the whole movie at this point. It was genuinely, I think everyone should watch it. But it's just if you love the voice, if you love a daddy voice, if you love you are like have acousticophilia, let's get into it.
Let's break this down from all the problems just from the beginning. You have to perform self-surgery on yourself to maybe get a piece of this man's corporeal form of J.K. Simmons. Now, don't get me wrong, J.K. Simmons has a beautiful voice, one that I would very love to fuck. The problem that is, 1, this is a gas station bathroom. 2, I have to give up part of my liver. 3, this is I really don't know what he's gonna do. Just because he wants to get away from his dad and he believes in the goodness of humanity. People can believe in the goodness of humanity and then do the shittiest things.
Isn't it so romantic though? He wants part of you to be part of him.
You know what else is romantic, Joe?
What's up?
A picnic. You know what else is romantic, Joe?
I don't like being outside.
A movie. Watching a movie with your lover.
I don't believe in movies are bad first dates.
Yeah.
They have something to talk about through this glory hole without going to see a movie first. And I think that's beautiful.
They like genuinely get along at the beginning. And then, Ghatanothoa is like, this fucking asshole doesn't care about anybody. I'm going to get his liver. So he's a thinker for the future, for prosperity.
So how does the movie end? Tell me, how does the movie end?
Wes dies. Absolutely, Wes dies. He performs self-surgery and he dies. And
you want that for me?
Not necessarily. I mean, as long as you're just not an asshole and like you don't like, because the thing that Wes continually does is because of obviously curiosity. Seeing someone's face absolutely provides more trust in any given conversation. If some fucking guy in the next stall is like, don't look over here because you won't be able to handle it. I am an eldritch god. It's for your own good. And you keep trying to look. That's just human hubris.
I mean, there are so many myths like Cupid and Psyche. Like you can't
so
look.
True.
You're being told not to look and you just shouldn't look. Bad things happen when you look. And it's true love, pure love.
True. Okay. You know what?
So Ghatanothoa and you in this rest stop bathroom is the same thing as Eros and Psyche.
No. That is such an extreme jump.
In an incorporeal form. He is in a rest stop bathroom. He is present, just not entirely physically. That's got to be like a 9 possibility.
You know what? I will give you that.
Okay.
I will take a step back and give you if you just go to a rest stop bathroom and he can appear in any rest stop bathroom with that imagery on it through a glory hole. Most bathrooms have a glory hole.
Every single rest stop bathroom has a glory hole.
So I will give this an 8 of possibility. Alyssa?
I will also give it an 8. And the only reason it's not higher is that if someone tries to talk to me in a rest stop bathroom, no matter what they're saying, I just don't want to be involved with that.
Yeah, I'm not having a conversation through the glory hole. Don't get me wrong. At a certain point, you have to put your your foot down and be like, no, I'm shitting right now. I'm fighting for my life. Maybe this is not the time to try to stick my dick in a hole or stick your dick in a hole and get me to give you a head, But
he doesn't want a head. He just needs a liver.
Glory, we're attractive.
Movie is called Glorious. I don't even need a birthday gift this year. This is incredible. Cleric is giving me everything that I need and want right now. It's J.K. Simmons' voice. He's full of eyes. He kills men. He only kills men. Whole movie.
Just because he doesn't kill anyone else doesn't mean he only kills men. That's no.
It's a 7.
You're wild. No. While J.K. Simmons' voice is hot, all of this, we don't know what he really looks like. All of this is happening through a glory hole. So my image of this creature, because this is the one you brought, mind you, I'm going by the parameters you have given me, is the image of a glory hole in a rest stop bathroom. I don't care how seductive your voice is. If you're talking to me through a glory hole of a rest stop bathroom, you're not hot. 2.
I understand.
Oh, I'm real driven by voices. That's an 8.
Let's go, Alyssa.
Also, I mean, in this painting, he has like 3 titties. They all have eyes on them, which is a little off-putting.
Okay, so if I stuck if I put a pinup picture and then like draw a hole in it, would you fuck that? If I put a recording of like, I don't know, like a Brinley Mulligan's voice just on behind it doing a sexy voice just right over there, would you fuck the poster that I put up on the wall?
Is Brinley Mulligan the hottest voice you can think of?
I'm just making assumptions, Alyssa.
Not even Christian Bale or something. Audacity. This is a creationist god, in all technicality. He's running away from Cthulhu, his father. And he is putting a lot onto you, to be so fair. He's like, hey, you're a piece of shit, but no one's going to remember you, so I'm going to take your liver. You're going to give me your liver. He knows what he wants. No problem with passive or active voice in AP English literature. Absolutely no problem with that.
Give me a number.
He's so approachable. He's so nice.
No.
It's 3.
I am not even going to factor the cosmic horror of all of this. There's one thing that's going to factor into it, and it's the audacity of sticking your fucking dick in a glory hole restroom bathroom. That audacity already is a lot.
If you think about it, a lot of people use glory holes, have used glory holes. There's an etiquette. There's a science that you just...
If I'm doing it in a random restroom bathroom that I just see at like while I'm throwing up.
Yeah. No toilet paper. Your girlfriend just broke up with you.
There's a lot of things to break down there. 1.
It's a relatively COVID compliant way to have sex with strangers.
The condom?
Are you fucking kidding me?
You find a condom and a glove. Dental dam.
What? Why are those the 2 requirements you have?
Fine, saran wrap.
Stop making it better.
Stop making it more appealing to me.
Stop making me want to go to a glory hole. God, I'm gonna find my nearest rest stop now and see my like. What do they got a glory hole? And I bring saran wrap. God. Yo, if I go to a rest stop and there's like a whole like a concierge waiting for me in my glory hole.
Oh my God.
You know how they have those bathroom attendants? They like slip a condom on.
Concierge implies that this person is also recommending you other glory holes and restaurants.
Hey, if you go to this Burger King on the side of the road, there is a glory hole.
After this glory hole, there's a Denny's not too far from here. You can walk.
You can walk to the Denny's and then you might find another glory hole. Anyways, Trojan or
Magnum? Alyssa, what was your audacity?
I'm going with a 2, simply because it seems like aligning yourself with this lad does put you on the bad side of Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
Parental approval. Now, if I hear any score above a 2, we're going to have a problem.
I've got some bad news for you, Cleric.
I've got some bad news for you.
I'm going by the parameters of the show and the movie that you have presented. You have not presented the other 4
parameters.
You don't fucking do this.
Yes, I have. I showed you like 3 different pictures.
Those pictures aren't in the movie.
To be fair, you never see the full form in the movie.
Exactly.
The whole point is that you're imagining what's going on. It's got a big fucking kraken eye and tentacles.
So
and
the only image that I have is the glory hole, and I'm not taking whatever's behind the glory hole.
Why can't you expand your imagination? I know you're a Virgo.
I'm not. It's not about expanding my imagination. It's about what you've presented to me in the medium you've presented.
Alyssa is 2 fire signs. We're both very imaginative. I feel, and the passion that we feel that we have for
don't use astrology to appeal to Alyssa. What the fuck are you doing?
It's a cosmic horror episode. We're going bioessentialism.
What?
Were you gonna say your score or
1? It's 1. It's 1.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, you say you wouldn't take whatever's behind the glory hole to go meet your parents. But would you take your parents to meet them at the glory hole? That's more appealing, right?
Yeah. That's what I do. Hey, mom and dad, you want to meet my partner? Let's go to this fucking trucker stop restroom so you can meet them.
Of sweet to be like, there was this strong, handsome man who helped me at the bathroom. Like I was like traveling.
And that's like, hey, everybody, let's see where we met, and you just point them to a fucking glory hole.
It's not for your parents.
The glory hole can't just be for you if you're meeting. I'm yelling.
This is-
I'm gonna get a noise complaint.
I hope you do. That'd be really funny. This is a 5. No, this is a 4.5. We've had multiple monsters at this point where it's like it will become a problem if obviously you are not, as a human, are not able to see the corporeal form of your lover. Your parents won't be able to, and your parents want pictures of you at Disney World or something. Like, wherever you go.
So you're gonna take a picture of the glory hole?
Hopefully not, but maybe you can hire a man to just be a body that you can take to church and just be like, this is J.K. Simmons. 4.5. You can call, he controls technology as well. He can call your parents.
When was that a factor in this? Hold on. When did he make calls? When did he become a phone operator behind the glory hole?
When he killed the guy who tried to get into the bathroom.
How did he? What? You've buried so much.
This movie is it's Donald Trump. It's multifaceted. It's got a lot of hands.
Alyssa, say your score. I'm done. I want to be done with this. Just say your score so I can move the fuck on. When was technology a fact?
Okay, with this new information that he can control technology, he can make sure that I call my parents more often. That's a 5.
Even more generous than me. We have the math. We have the numbers.
The show is a mistake.
Why don't we all put on our beer can hats with the straws, load up a rerun of the Super Bowl, and watch the Dolphins or whatever the fuck lose one more time together? Okay?
In the Mariana Trench man cave with my new glory hole friend.
Would you like that, Cleric?
I really would.
One last time?
I would.
Okay. Let's pause for math.
Let's pause for math. It's fucking sickening, dog. Sickening episode.
I am he. I am that God.
Damn, the Dolphins lost a fucking again? That's wild. All right, Joe, for last time's episode, we'll read out the scores.
Okay, so your overall score for a Ghatanothoa cleric is a big ol' 3. For Joe, 5.9.
Oh my
For
god.
Alyssa, a 5.8, which gives Ghatanothoa a 4.9 this episode. Ghatanothoa will be a little over Beelzemon, unfortunately.
Sickening.
And just about the same as Gantu.
Okay, that's
and
fine.
Just about the same as Sonic.exe.
That is such a wild string of sentences. Yeah, he's
Isn't
a little
that
bit
awesome?
It's like Beelzemon, Gantu, it's Sonic EXE. Those are the three that a fucking glory hole is competing against.
The 3 genders. The 3 glory hole contenders.
3 glory. Listen, I'd go to a Sonic EXE glory hole. Anyways, Joe, could you read out the final scores, like the ranking for this episode?
Should I go losers first or winner first?
Let's go losers first. Actually, no, winners
Okay.
first. Winner. I think we know who the winner is. So let's go winners to
No,
loser.
I'll go losers first. I'll go losers
All right.
first. Fuck you what you think and how you think we should do the show. Cthulhu, unfortunately, is our loser for today, and yet another guest loss with a 2.3.
Damn.
Our mid-ground for this episode, an unfortunate Wagagurath or Wiggly at a 4.1.
He couldn't wiggle into our
And-
hearts.
He couldn't wiggle his way into our put. And our winner for this episode, once more, a Joe win. Not nearly, is barely half of ultimately the ultimate win that Cleric has gotten in the entire MFA history.
Mhm.
But the winner for this episode, so that's what matters today.
Okay. Yeah.
As
Yeah. Cope.
Ghatanothoa with a, I will, with a 4.9. That
I cannot
is our
believe
winner.
a glory hole has ranked higher than so many other things.
Believe it.
That's so fucking foul. That a glory hole
Believe
ranks
it.
higher than like pre-established monsters like Mothman. That is,
Megamind. Above Megamind. Above Arceus.
a glory hole.
I mean, you are half of that score, Cleric. This is on you.
Not really. Mine was pretty low. Mine was pretty standard. I was going by what a glory hole was doing. And apparently a glory hole that like treats you right, suddenly everyone's fucking panties are wet. So I don't know what's going
The
on.
same score as Vilgax, which feels right.
It doesn't. But Anyways, I'm tired of this episode, so that means we're going to be wrapping it up. Alyssa,
We
thank
gotta
you
tuck Cleric
so
in. We gotta sponge bathe him.
Sponge bath. I've never had. Sponge bath always seems interesting. Why the fuck?
Why would you ever be in a position to get a sponge bath? That's if you're infirm or depressed.
I'm one of those things.
Infirm.
Depressed. Anyways, Alyssa, thank you so much for what?
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for joining us. Why don't you tell us where people can find you at a vague interval throughout the remainder of the year that this episode will eventually land on?
Yeah, you can find me online at adisasterqueer, TTRPG projects. I am a part of Goblets and Gays, which is a Pathfinder 2e podcast. Probably wrapping up the first season / starting our second season now, or second campaign now. And also on An Unwavering Force, which is a Star Wars-y actual play podcast.
Well, those are all wonderful projects that me and Joe have appeared on that you should also very much check out and watch and listen and support. So anyways, Joe, I don't know if you have any closing thoughts. I don't have any closing thoughts. I think this was a good, solid episode. So I don't know. There shouldn't be any really What the fuck is that?
What? What is that?
Just open it. It looks like a package. Open it.
Oh, I have to open?
Yeah, I'm not opening that.
I can't read.
Okay. Give me that. It says that our performance review is upcoming and that we need to submit paperwork.
Just ignore it.
Are you sure? It's written in like red ink that smells bloody?
It's like super unprofessional. I don't know.
All right.
If we don't know anything about it, then it's probably we don't have to deal with it. This is how I deal with every piece of mail I never want to read.
Okay. I'm going to trust you on this one, and we're just going to hopefully ignore it and it'll go away. So
that certainly won't be our downfall.
I mean, we can ignore
or be the catalyst of some sort of upheaval.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be a catalyst of some big change that's going to be coming or something like that. Anyways.
We hate change.
We hate change. Anyways, all right, we're going to throw this into the garbage now. But anyways, thank you so much for watching and listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Your hilarious hosts have been Cleric at Cleric_34 and Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. Today's editor has been me, Kez. Character designs are by Ribby at Art by Ribby, and thank you Gwendolyn Kelly at Glitchy Pixie for our marketing strategy. Our intro and outro song is Fiction/Reality by Hip! No Sister. Find us everywhere under the name Monster Lover Pod. Until next time, monster fuckers.
This is a dumb episode. This is stupid.
I love it. I am about to get so unhinged, so just get ready.
Good.
We're about to do this fast.
This is about to get worse. So it's
Yes,
so
it
much
is.
worse.